We're all jacked up this week. We got breaking news. Brandon Aiyuk has requested a trade from the 49ers. Now, I believe it's a negotiating ploy as we're a week away from the veterans reporting to training camp. The rookies are there today. The veterans report next week. But Brandon Aiyuk wants his money because yesterday's price is not today's price. And another thing we forget when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk, as we came into the break, Shasky, great conversation. We got the lines lit up. I'm fired up here because I want my money. I want my money now. That's how Aiyuk should feel. You guys want to really give up Brandon Aiyuk? Go ahead and trade him, see how good his offense is.
He's under contract.
He's underrated. Because you guys, you always talk about we're a run-first offense. We need a left tackle. We need a running back. Who's the best blocking wide receiver on this football team?
Juwan Jennings.
Barely, by not much.
No, but you're asking.
No, all those long
really good.
All those long Christian McCaffrey runs.
Yeah, but I don't pay.
Who's downfield blocking? In this offense, you got to run block.
No, I agree, but I'm not paying you $28 million because you're a run blocker.
Well, we pay George Kittle to do it.
Yeah, but George Kittle making half of that.
In the Super Bowl, George Kittle's getting 2 targets. Why? Hey, George, we need you to block, even though we're paying him to be one of the most dynamic tight ends in all of football.
He had 11 touchdowns last year.
What happened in the Super Bowl?
Well, yeah, he got a little phased out.
In our biggest games, a little phased out, 2 targets.
So did I.
What happened in Super Bowl 54?
You know
what I'm saying? In our biggest games, it seems like George Kittle's asked to block a lot more, asked to pass block. So I say, why are we paying him to pass block? Anyway, Brandon Aiyuk on those long Christian McCaffrey runs, which turns a 20-yard run into a 70-yard run. Who's down there getting their nose dirty, getting their jersey dirty? It's Brandon Aiyuk, like Jerry Rice, like John Taylor. He's a complete wide receiver, and we somehow, some way underrated this guy in the Bay Area. So you know what I say? You want to go ahead and pay Brock Purdy $60 million? Who the hell he's going to throw the football to?
I don't think we underrate him. This is what I think. I think he's properly rated. He's just a slight level below the elite of the elites. It's like we just watched the receiver.
Okay, so who's elite? Who's elite in the receiver?
Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
Devontae Adams.
Yep.
And I'm going to stop there because
Tyreek Hill?
What?
Tyreek
we
Hill?
go to Tyreek Hill. There's more, but I'm just saying, hear me out. Devontae Adams is a great example. When he's paired up with Aaron Rodgers, he puts up historic numbers. He is 5th all-time in red zone touchdowns. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Not to the receiver, Doc.
I didn't know that. He shows up with the Raiders and in 3 games wants to quit the game of football. He's one of the greatest receivers we've ever seen. So my point being is like, look, what?
Well, in fairness, with Derek Carr, he did lead the league in touchdowns. I just want to say that.
Okay.
That's something he did do.
Did he look like a satisfied man?
Last year, he didn't. He did not.
Okay. All I'm saying is this. I like Brandon Aiyuk, okay? I really like Brandon Aiyuk. He's making $15 million this year. I know that's not enough for him. He wants more. I understand that. You can't pay everyone. And when I'm building my team, I have difficult decisions to make. Quarterback's always going to be more important than receiver.
Okay.
Running back on this team is more important than receiver. Offensive line.
Which is funny because 2 years ago, a lot of people didn't believe that. They told me I was crazy when I said we needed a dynamic running back, which is funny how we've all pivoted now.
I would agree with you.
Now all of a sudden we know, yeah, of course. All right, keep going. Keep cooking.
So,
keep cooking.
I'm looking at this now. Now, John Robinson got fired in Tennessee because he traded A.J. Brown, and then they played them, and he dismantled them, and A.J. Brown had a monster season, right? So I've seen GMs trade away good wide receivers who end up torching it. I look at Tyreek Hill. He's gone on to Miami. His numbers are prolific. Then in a playoff game, because their offensive line can't block and Tua can't throw, he's a non-factor. So when I look at the Niners, and I say to myself, if I'm building the team, I got Brock Purdy, I got Trent Williams, I got CMC. Those, by far and away, are the 3 most important players on offense, all right? I'm prioritizing them. Would I like to pay Brandon Aiyuk? In an ideal world, yes. But when I have a ton of guys making a ton of money, he's probably going to be the odd man out.
So the guy who finished 7th in the NFL in a run-first offense in receiving yards is going to be the odd man out. After you watch, we forgot about Nico Collins' money. Nico Collins made, I'm looking at it right here, 3 years, $75 million, 52 guaranteed. Nico Collins even got chipped out in the offseason. Mike Evans got re-upped by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Mike Evans is great, but he didn't have the year Brandon Aiyuk had.
Yeah, but
that's
Mike
for sure.
Evans is going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but so Brandon Aiyuk was, if he continues at this pace, he'll one day be in the Hall of Fame. He had a Hall of Fame type season last year.
Okay, 1 year.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard receivers.
He's a really good player. I feel like I'm splitting hairs.
Do not, Shasky, you know the history of the 49ers inside and out just like I do.
Yes.
Do not scoff at 1,000-yard wide receivers.
Yeah, but if I'm Brandon Aiyuk and I'm watching the receiver doc, one thing is apparently clear. Be careful about cashing out maximum money and not looking at, wow, can I win? Because there is a small Venn diagram where you could still get paid lots of money and win. Do you have to get all the money?
Maybe he believes he could win elsewhere. Maybe he could believe he could win elsewhere.
Devontae thought the same thing.
Well, they traded the quarterback, and Josh McDaniels is a herb. Like, just straight up. Josh McDaniels is a joke.
I mean, like, you brought up Terry McLaurin. I believe Terry McLaurin, I don't know if he could have 1,400 yards and 25 yards per catch the way Brandon Aiyuk did. But I know this, if the Niners brought in a guy like Terry McLaurin, I think he'd be really good in our offense,
He'd be really good. So let's go ahead and move. So let's go ahead and move him. So if you bring in Terry McLaurin, I'm cool with that. Let me sit on that. I'm cool with Terry McLaurin. But if you trade Brandon Aiyuk for picks for this season, for this season,
I won't argue there.
For this season,
you're not
this is what we're talking about.
You're not a better. But let's also
and we got to make a decision. Like, what if Brock Purdy just falls flat on his face without a true number one wide receiver? Who's the number one wide receiver in the pass game?
Right now?
Right now.
Well, it'll end up being, who knows? It might be Ricky Pearsall. I didn't know Puka Nacua was going to come out of nowhere and have 1,800 yards and break every rookie record. I didn't even know who Nico Collins was 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
So anything can happen.
We didn't know what Brandon Aiyuk was when he got drafted, and we see, damn, he's a damn baller. He's a baller.
Look at Ponte. I want to keep him, all right? They're not a better team with Brandon Aiyuk off the team and draft picks. They're not. They're just not. Not for now.
And we may be at the end of the line with Deebo Samuel.
Who knows?
And it's funny.
But I'm not ready to move Deebo either.
Well, it's funny because everybody was ready to move off to Deebo last year.
But not now.
No, everybody, you see the flipping and flopping. I can't handle it sometimes.
Presented
we don't
with
know.
new information.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why Fat Joe said, yesterday's price into today's price. And the Niners messed around and waited on Brandon Aiyuk, and they could have had him at a decent price. And now the receiver market exploded, and he wants his money now.
How many wide receivers in the history of the game defy quarterback? Meaning they're going to be great
no matter
who the quarterback
is the most important position in all of North American sport.
Okay.
All the North American sport.
I would agree with you.
But the quarterback better have some weapons.
No question.
You better have him with Travis Kelce.
Quarterback has to have weapons.
Exactly. And are we sure Deebo Samuel's that weapon at the wide receiver position? We may get it every now and then. We can look at the Philadelphia game. We can look at the Seattle game. But then I look at 2 of the 3 playoff games. I'm saying, damn, Deebo got knocked out of those games.
Well, look, I just watched the Kansas City Chiefs with a bunch of guys that no one could name as their wide receivers.
Travis Kelce makes a difference.
No question.
And Patrick Mahomes
we have George Kittle.
But they also have Patrick Mahomes.
So even if you moved off of Brandon Aiyuk, I'm just saying, I don't want to.
They have Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And we walked out that Super Bowl. What's the first thing you said to me? Bonte, I saw the difference between quarterbacks.
Yeah, well,
one's great and one is just okay.
One guy's in his third year, second year, and the other guy's in the middle of the Hall, maybe a first ballot Hall of Fame career. If he doesn't play another snap, Mahomes is probably going straight to the Hall of Fame.
Best thing the Niners could do is trade Brandon Aiyuk to the worst team in the league. Do not let a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, do not let a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, do not let a team like the Miami Dolphins, and hell, even the Commanders up and coming with Adam Peters. I don't know. Just be careful what you wish for, because we keep saying this is the last run for the young core.
I think he should be careful what he wishes for.
If we want to move forward,
he could easily be living out the Devontae Adams end of his career with some garbage team with a quarterback who can't throw.
Or the 49ers could be searching for the next wide receiver for Brock Purdy, saying, we need a wide receiver, because we don't know about Ricky Pearsall yet. We didn't know who Ricky Pearsall was on draft day.
I mean, all of this is unknown. I'm just saying, like, right now, I want to keep him. I don't like the way he's going about his business.
Let's go to the lines. 888